Your kid has been begging for the iPad. Again. You said 5 more minutes 30 minutes ago. Now they're melting down on the kitchen floor because you finally said stop. And you're standing there exhausted, thinking, why is this so hard? Why does every screen turn into a fight? Here's what most parents miss. The problem isn't really the screen. It's that we never taught them how to put it down on their own. There's a quiet little parenting tool that fixes this. Takes 2 minutes to set up. And it puts your kid in charge. The brain science. Why their brain can't just stop. First, let's understand what screens are doing to your kid's brain. There's a skill developing right now called executive functioning. Think of it as the brain's air traffic controller. It's what helps your child wait, focus, switch gears, and stop a fun thing when it's time. Researchers led by Lillard ran a series of 3 studies on this. They had young kids do one of 3 things. Watch a fast-paced cartoon, watch a slow-paced realistic show, or just play and read books. Then they tested their self-control. The kids who watched fast cartoons scored significantly lower. Just 9 minutes of fast TV was enough to dent their self-regulation. 9 minutes. So if screens chip away at this skill, the answer isn't more nagging. It's teaching them to regulate themselves. There's a simple way to do it. The token choice method. Hand them the limit. I'm going to call it the token choice method. The idea is simple. Your child holds the limit, not you. They decide when to watch, what to watch, and when to stop. You set the boundary once a day, in a small stack of tokens. Every morning, your child wakes up to find 2 cardboard tokens waiting for them. 1 token equals 1 show. When the tokens are gone, screens are done for the day. Tomorrow, they wake up to 2 new ones. That's it. That's the whole system. Why does this work when arguing doesn't? Because power struggles happen when kids feel powerless. Give them real choice inside a clear boundary, and the fight quietly disappears. They're not fighting you anymore. They're managing their own time. That's the magic of it. The 4 token setup. How to make it actually work. Tip 1. The tokens are not rewards. This is the part everyone gets wrong. We turn TV into a prize. Finish your dinner, you can watch a show. Read a book, you earn screen time. And what does the kid learn from that? That TV is the treat. The minute screens become a prize, your kid wants them more. So we flip it. Tokens aren't earned. They aren't taken away as punishment. Every morning, your child just has them. They're not magical. They're just a tool for tracking the day. That's it. Tip 2. Stack the deck with slow-paced shows. Remember those Lillard studies? The faster and more unrealistic the show, the more it disrupts self-control. So when you make your kids' show list, lean toward realistic and calmer programs. Slower scene changes. Fewer flashes. Characters that talk like people. Here's a small thing that matters more than people realize. Let your kid help pick the shows that go on the list. When they helped choose, they don't fight the list. Their favorites are on there. They feel respected. The list of choices has to feel like theirs. Tip 3. Let them decide when. This is where parents get nervous. Aren't they going to blow through both tokens at 8 AM and have nothing left for after dinner? Sometimes, yes. And honestly, that's the whole point. The first few days can be messy. Then something shifts. They start to plan. They start to think, do I want to use this token now, or wait? That moment of thinking, right there. That's self-regulation being born. Quietly. Without you saying a word. Here's roughly how you introduce it. You sit down with your child and you say, lately we've been arguing about screens, and I don't like that. So here's a tool that puts you in charge. You get 2 tokens today. 1 token, 1 show. When they're gone, screens are done. And the beautiful part of all this, you don't have to coach them through it. You just hand them the tokens in the morning. The thinking happens inside their head, on their own. That little pause before they pick. That's the skill being built. Quietly. Every single day. Tip 4. Reset daily. No saving, no rollover. If your kid uses 0 tokens today, they don't get to wake up tomorrow with 3. Every day starts fresh with the same small stack. The goal isn't to hoard screen time. The goal is teaching a daily rhythm. If you have more than one kid, there's a beautiful version of this. Each child gets their own tokens, their own choices, their own daily reset. The fights about whose turn it was, what to watch, all of that quietly disappears. Each child regulates themselves. The quiet power shift. Why the arguing actually stops. Here's what's wild about this method. The arguing actually stops. Not because you've gotten tougher. Because the rule isn't you anymore. The rule is the tokens. When they're gone, they're gone. By the way, if this is helping you so far, hit that like button. It really does help. Your kid might suggest you print more tokens. That's fine. You just say, the tokens help us remember how much screen time we've had. And too much isn't great for our brains. You're not the bad guy anymore. The tokens are just the agreement you both made. Here's the deeper thing. You're not really teaching screen time management. You're teaching the skill underneath it. How to live in a world designed to grab their attention and still choose to put the thing down. That skill is going to follow them into adulthood. Tomorrow morning's plan. What to actually do tomorrow. So go back to that kitchen floor moment. The meltdown. The iPad. You standing there feeling like a failure. Now imagine instead. Tomorrow morning, you hand your child 2 small paper tokens. You say, these are yours. You decide. And you go pour your coffee. Some days they'll use the tokens fast. Some days they'll forget about them entirely. Either way, they're learning. They're practicing. The method works even on the days you forget to print new tokens and just hand them 2 coins. The tool is forgiving like that. You don't have to be perfect at this. You just have to be consistent. Because good enough is enough. If this helped you see screens a little differently, subscribe and stay with us. Hand your child 2 tokens tomorrow morning. And see what happens.